Hello my children, it's me, your Messiah here again. And today we're going to go on a road trip with my car here. And we're starting from where I live here in Sogndal. It's called Åberge. And yeah, the view is it's quite spectacular from up here. So I'm going to give you a little round in the house sometime in the near future, I would imagine. But for now, let's go. So this is the view from the car. This is what I go to school with and have to watch every single day. It's pretty nice. As for the driving plan today, we're going to Stryn. Now, why, you may ask? Well, that is because I have a new mobile plan, and I had the option either to get a new SIM card in the mail, or I could drive to one of the stores, Norway or 7-Eleven, and get it from there. And I chose to go get my own because I thought one of the stores were just nearby. However, it was not. It's a 2-hour drive each way, so I thought that might be today's episode. We'll see. So yeah, I thank you for coming along on this ride. I'll talk to you when I have something talk-worthy to say. So now we're on like this red light. And I think this is a pretty good starting place for this video. So today I want to talk about ambitions, because ambitions is something that has pretty much never been lower in the general population, even though we have the best tools at our disposal. We have the internet, we have practically unlimited amount of money compared to what our ancestors did, and the opportunities that we have today are really something different. So what's going on with that? Ladies and gentlemen, Böjabren. And since we are here, about ambitions. They are too tiny for people. People do not have the ambitions they actually want in their life because they don't realize their own potential. And that's a really hard thing to do, realize your own potential, because you don't really know yourself unless you try everything and know what you like and what you don't like and what you're good at and what you're bad at. But we tend to become very content with what we already know. So if we're like mediocre at something, we tend to stick with that. It's a car coming now. Bus. So when we already know something that we kind of manage to do, we don't realize our full potential because we stick to that. And in order to get better at something, which in this case is realizing your own potential, then you have to try different things, and you have to accept being bad at something and trying something you're bad at multiple times, just to give it the chance to unfold itself for you. Now, we are humans and we have limited time on this planet, so we can't do everything, but we can try to do something new every day, right? Now, just think about it for a second. If you have big ambitions, that is what's going to make you go far in life. Just look at Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Jeffrey Bezos. They all have big ambitions. Now, probably not from the start. You have to start small and just accumulate results. And when the results kind of get there, you can increase your ambitions. Because it's spooky to have big ambitions from the start, because every little dent you make into that ambition is going to seem so minuscule at the start. So I'm not telling you to try to become a multi-billionaire anytime soon, but having ambitions that extend beyond what you think is possible. For example, if you're taking an education, you probably think that you're gonna get a job because of that. But what if I told you that that job is towards you're then working towards someone else's dreams? Whereas if you want to work towards your own dreams, you have to invest into yourself, and you have to make the educational choices that is going to help your dreams become reality instead of making someone else's dream a reality, if that is what you want. Because this is not advice for everybody. We can't have everybody running around chasing their own big dreams. Then everyone would be the world rulers or something like that, and that's my job. So if you have a job that you're happy with or content with, that's great, because we need everyone in society. But for society to progress, we need also those who dare to take risks. And taking risks means investing in yourself, believing in yourself. There's no greater risk and there's no greater reward. And you want to do this as fast as possible. I mean, if you're 40 years old, you got a family established, then probably you should work on it as a side project. But if you are in your early 20s, 30s, no girlfriend, then what do you have to lose? Only your monetary gains. Possibly some bad friends. But you can always find rent somewhere on the countryside if you live in the city. That's a lot cheaper to rent than in a big city. And you can always start to work at a McDonald's or just some convenience store. There's no shame in that at all, because then you have at least tried, and you can work with that experience to gain new jobs and work for someone else. Because you're not stuck anywhere in life unless you choose to be. You're stuck there for a while, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. But if you keep trying to adjust your dreams, then life will unfold for you beautifully. Maybe not the way you want it consciously to unfold, but it will unfold in some manner. And you will not regret trying different things. So, I made it to Stryn. It was an amazing journey. However, the reason for my journey here was that I was going to get my new mobile plan, SIM card, at a store called Norway. However, that Norway store has not been open for 3 years, so I've been driving 2 hours one way in order to get to a store that doesn't even exist. Great news! Alright, so I'm gonna keep going. You've seen the length of this video. I still got some things to say, so yeah, I'll talk to you on my journey back. And of course, these ambitions can be anything. For example, making your room, prettier than it was. Or maybe you want to start paragliding like me, or start sailing, anything really. But as long as you have something that you want to do and that is worth sacrificing your time and money for, because that is why you have a job, right? To do the things you want to do. Unless of course your job is what you want to do, then perfect, you find your life's purpose. And that's a very powerful thing. Then I congratulate you. But now you can start to expand, because now you probably don't know what to use your money on. Now this is the time where you take up loans, for example, and try to expand your business. That is what you want to do. And you put away the work that you don't want to do to someone else, so you can keep doing what you want to do, because expanding can be quite harsh and difficult for many. So if you want to, let's see, do I have lights in this car? I do. If you want to have the best life possible, then you use the money to do the things you don't want to do. That is exchanging services. For example, let's say that you like walking dogs, for just the purpose of example, and you make that a business. Now you have to clean your home, right? You have to keep your home clean. Now you can, if you make a lot of money walking dogs, and you can expand by walking more dogs, many more hours a day, you can use the money you make to have a maid, or just someone to clean your house, right? And that opens up the time so that you can walk more dogs for even more money in just the exchange, because that time is worth more to you than cleaning. Ta-da! There is only one rule in this universe: create or die. Super important thing to just shoot in there is that you have to have the reason for your ambitions in the right place. So if you have high ambitions to make a lot of money, then sure, you can do that, but that won't grant you happiness and the life you actually want. So with the intention of doing what you want because it comes from a place that is deep within you, kind of like my ambition is the will of God, as I previously mentioned, and that's hopefully gonna help me prevail in my plans of conquering the planet, right? So you have to have your ambitions aligned with what is the best for yourself and everyone around you. Don't attach it to the ego, because that never ends well. Right. So, in conclusion, get your ambitions a little bit up. Just try and see what happens when you do something outside your own comfort zone, and see if that makes things better. And if it doesn't, well, stop doing it. You can always go back to where you are, but you can't move forward unless you take a step. So yeah, nature is still beautiful. I'm gonna throw in some clips at the end here, so of me just shouting things over beautiful scenery, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I gotta say, driving here is quite spectacular.
Drive-by shootings.
Wow! Again!
About things that could be explained away with some concept like.
As per usual. Wow! Just wow!
And You try to find these
Pretty.
versus sight.
Ah, nature.
It's just so important.
Look at this! Oh my god! Look at that crack! Alright, this will be proper goodbye. I'll see you next episode.